here's where it comes out to my driveway, which is washed out dozens of times. And you know, maybe the rocks will hold. I hope it does, but you can see it's already taken some rushing. I'm sure the rocks are going to help. Stay away from the road. Come on, come on. We'll see how it works out. It's a lot better than what they did before. I think it'll definitely flood. My concern is it's going to flood 196 right through here, but hopefully it'll run off. So the plan is take that water, and I'll show you where it's going to cross, but cross it on the driveway, come straight down this field, and run into here. We'll just walk it since we're here. Justin, you want to go more? So it's flowing all right. This will flood over. Everything here will flood over. It'll flood right over 196, and you can look at my other videos. I have more that I just came across too of it flooding over. Oh, so we got, the hooligans are throwing beer bottles at my horns, obviously. Come on. So they did a great job. Actually, they did a really good job ditching that nicely. Nice work, guys. I'll admit to that. That's good work. That was really good work. First time I really came out to look at it. All right, we can. This will work. This will work. So what happens is all this water. Yeah, they did a really good job. That was much less contoured than that the bank was. So done a great job with that. That should deter the water on the road for sure. And this area will flood instead of that. This area right here when walking will get underwater up to those fence posts. Here's the mess. Here's where everything goes underneath 196. And this will all flood. And I've done videos about this before. And I built this fence line because I studied it. I've grown up here. I've been here 50 years. I know where the water is. I know how the whole place works. And this has gotten significantly worse since they put the new culvert in on Shine Hill Road, which took a lot of water off of Walker's property when they redid that property over there to farm it. And that new culvert, which I've walked in other videos, I think, dumps a lot of water onto here. And the problem is it all gets trapped going underneath here, which is where it goes down to, it goes all the way down through Lenny Moore's field, goes down through Taylor's field, Lenny Moore's. I'm not sure who owns property back there, but it'll snake out and go underneath, dump into the big river, I think it's called, that flows through the Shine Moonhole, and then we'll dump onto 149 and dump into Lock 9 right before it goes south. So I just thought it'd be nice to have it cleaned up and working right, because it's kind of pretty around here, and I just think it's a great place if we had a better government. So, well, if we had less government, it would be better government. Less government is better government. That culvert needs to get bigger. Obviously, there is no requirements for being engineering competency at New York State, which I've already found out. So if you had a competent engineer, they would tell you that that is way too small, and it should be another 12 inches in diameter at minimum to go through here, because it will flood this road, especially with all the water coming from Shine Hill. Now, I think Shine Hill was taken over by state from county, or maybe county from town, I'm not sure. But when they put that culvert in, whoa, did it flood this place. Crazy. But it's looking good. I like what they did on the roadway. And we'll see. Maybe it's just a slow process. That area right there is, you can see it in my tractor video, is what I was clearing. And you can see how much more it's taken over with the flooding, and it's only temporary. It's only when we get rain coming off, because this will dry out again. And I just didn't get mowed last year. So see, this is just a waterway that comes from Shine Hill, and all this water is coming off of walkers, and it's flowing. Now when I was a kid, I'd be out here fishing and chasing frogs and just roaming around. That piece of property right up there we used to hang out on because it was close to the road, and you could find like bottles and shit that people threw out. So we'd go through there when I was a kid, and my plan was to get that cleared off again so the cows could go in there. And as you can see, when this water is flowing, it stays where it's supposed to, and it flows there all the time except when it floods because it can't get through that culvert because it's too small. So like, this ground is pretty hard where I am, and right here is where it comes across from Doris's property right here, and this is where I was crossing with the tractor and I got stuck, and there's my house right there. Normally I have this mowed down better, and these wouldn't be here if the water wasn't retained because of what's going on the other side of the culvert too. They have some beaver issues over there that they haven't dealt with, but if that's what they want, that's fine. But it doesn't flow through this culvert. I don't know if you can see that hawk. There's a couple hawks that live on the property. You can see his white spot in the tree up there. Maybe you can, maybe you can't.